Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Leo. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me, keeping me safe. Leo, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. The deck splits with 9 of Pentacles, and I have the 5 of Swords. So you're really thinking hard about what you want to do with your hard-earned money. Let's see what we have here. 4 of Cups. You've been in a depression, or you're coming out of a depression slowly. It's taken a long time for you to come through. So you might have been going over betrayals with that 5 of Swords we saw earlier. And what you have, you've been thinking about what you want and what you keep getting, and you're turning away from repetition. You keep getting something, or someone is coming around you, or you have relationships that are similar that turn out to be less than worthy. And now you want to make changes. You have a plan. You see, you're thinking about what you could do differently. I do apologize. I had to move back to the spot that gets all the planes just for today, because it's really, really hot. And that other spot was not cooling down. So sorry, Leo. Your reading is a little disturbed, but then you are disturbed. You're feeling disturbed. You're looking for ways to do things differently now. You want to see something different, and the 6 of Wands is where you will get that victory. You will come through. It's taken a while, and it's going to take a while longer. You're not out of the woods yet, but you're not far, because all the 5s indicate a halfway point to the 10. So that 5 of Swords just means that you're at the point of no return. You got to keep going forward. And if it is that you have a plan, you stick to it. Here we see the 7 of Pentacles splitting up here with the 2 of Wands and the 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups, Page of Cups, Queen of Wands, King of Pentacles, 5 of Wands. Again, the 5s keep coming back. So someone may want to bring an apology or make an offer, or you may be thinking, I know what I want, I'm going with what I feel. That will bring in 6 cups here. We have the Judgment, so you will have the final say. And the 3 of Swords is where you're just disappointed, and you know that you are, and you want to overcome that. Here we have the Ace of Cups, so that brings 7 more cups. So you're climbing slowly, you're getting through, you're going to get through, and that is where your judgment call comes in, because I'm not sure if you can see these cards where they fall, but here we have the Ace of Cups with Judgment, and that just indicates that you're going to choose for yourself. The Devil card shows up here with the 3 of Pentacles. Just show them here to say that you're not letting go of what was recognized of you in the past. So you have a foundation to work on, and you're not letting it go. And that's commendable, because you want to see things come into fruition. You want to see the changes that you make bring forth something productive. And the deck splits on the 3 of Wands. So there could be a journey ahead for you. You may want to travel a bit. It won't be far. You'll take a short trip, maybe to clear your mind, or just to visit family, friends, anybody. I mean, it's the 3. So you're either wanting to reconcile, or you want to go to visit family. 7 of Wands with the 3 of Wands. So coming up to the 10. So you're not far off. I said you started at the 5, and we're already at the 10. 10 of Wands indicates that the burden is going to be put down. So if it is that you want to take a short trip, that will trigger the change that you want to have come in. And there is where you will get your the burden will be put down, is what I want to say. deck splits. On the Sun, happy times are coming. Deck splits again. Six of Cups. So maybe that trip that you may take could bring you back to someone who you were with in the past, or you want to visit family, friends, acquaintances, work colleagues, somebody who you want to have a conversation with. Again, the Hangman indicates that you're going to hold back from dealing with certain individuals from your past, because full circle, the Five of Swords is back again. With the Queen of Swords, you're becoming more discerning, and you're determined to get to the truth. The Sun is here to say that your time is coming for happiness. You're almost out of the woods, Leo. I was about to call you Aries. So you may be dealing with an Aries, not a fire sign. Either way, you may have Aries in your chart. See where you do, because that Sun is what prompted me to say Aries. And when the Sun comes up, it just indicates that you're in a happy place, or that you're feeling joy, or you're getting certain truths coming up. Here we have the Knight of Wands. So yes, you do want to start something new. And the Two of Swords, you're on the fence, you're holding back. So it's a tug of war for you, and that's where we started, where you have dealings with, or you're thinking about where to put your money. Well, you're thinking about where you want to go, who you want to see. Again, you could be dealing with another fire sign, like I said, Aries. Just came out of my mouth. And the Two of Swords is somebody's holding back. So if it's not you, then it's the next person that's holding back from stepping forward to deal with you, to talk to you more, not just deal with you. That's the Swords. Somebody's holding back. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Leo, I'm using I don't know if I said it, but I'll say it again. I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. But most of all for showing up, because I went right into that little mini read. But I'm using the Stained Glass Tarot, and it's by James Edward, along with the Oracle deck by Adriana Ayales. It is the Herbal Astrology. The Celtic Cross is what I'm using as spread for this read, and I'm not sure how the angle is. Let's see which room I actually have here, because I know I have a bit. Okay, having my coffee with you too. The Magician. So this is you. You want to know what to do with what you have, and you're looking for ways to manifest a better future for yourself. And you have the ability, you have the material, as it would be. You have everything that you need, that you can manifest. So it's a question of putting the effort forward. I'm already seeing the Knight of Wands at the bottom here. So you coming into your own read as a fire sign goes, or you're dealing with someone who is very adventurous and they want to move forward with you, or you want a new adventure. Either way, we have the Six of Pentacles. So it's a question of karmic connections, and someone who may or may not be dealing fairly with you. You want to bring things into balance, and that is the test that you have here, to put things on an even ground. Either you need to pay out, or you need to receive from certain individuals. We have the Queen of Wands. So again, you're coming into your own read with the fire sign suits. We have the Queen of Wands, being that you are on your mind, what you have is your freedom, and here it is also showing here as freedom. She also represents that innovation, that motivation, sense of I want to progress, I want to see my future, I want to go forward. And she's very, very witchy in the sense where she's very connected to the earth through her passions, through her desire for. She's very very creative in that sense, where she will take lemons that are handed to her and make lemonade out of it and then draw profit from it, rather than see the lemons as you've tricked me, you've cheated me. She'll see that she's been cheated, but she'll still take it in and use it to her advantage. This is how creative she is. And I say she, for those of you who are masculine listening to this is not a reflection off of you. Only women can be this card. This is the feminine nature. This is the creative side. This is the feminine side to the male cards. Now we have the Knight and we have the Queen. So if it is that you are thinking about your position, you're either rising up or you are dealing with somebody who's inferior to you. But let's just keep going, because that's not for everybody. This is your mindset. This is what's above you. This is what you are looking forward to. Here we have the Page of Pentacles. So we're going even lower now, from a Knight to a Page, and we're on the earth element with the Page of Pentacles. But it's not to say that you're dealing with people who are inferior. It is to say that you have a plan and you've based your future on that plan. You're projecting your ideas based upon the plan that you had started in the past. Here we see the Ten of Pentacles. So something has come to a fruition, or something has come to an end, or you've come into some form of money or abundance, whether it is wealth of knowledge, wealth of finance, wealth of property, or you've accumulated reputation. This is reflecting on time gone by, and it is a completion for some, and again it is an accumulation of material for others, or knowledge for others. Again, here we have the 10 plus the 1 here with the Page. So whatever it is you've come into had been successful with the plan that you drew up. You became successful. You got something from it, and what it is that you got could just be legacy, could be money, could be property. Whatever it is that you have acquired in abundance, you're looking now to see what you could do with it to make more come in. Again, that's what she does. She works with people, or she rallies people to get them to work to bring more in. And this is what you have on your mind. You want to bring in more with what you have accumulated or acquired recently. Here we have the Three of Cups. So it's either a reconciliation for some, or you're looking into dealing with a third party or third parties outside of work, in the sense where you could be dealing with family, where you're bringing in family, or you're going to see family, or you have family coming to you. Either way, you're dealing with familiars, people that you know emotionally. Could be friends, could be work associates, but it's on an emotional level. And we're looking at the 3, so it could be 3 weeks from now, could be 3 months from now. I won't go further than three weeks, but 3 months, depending on your situation. If it is that you're communicating with people and you want to go and travel, you want to see them, well, that would be within 3 weeks to 3 months. And then we have more cups. So we have a 7 and a 3 here. This would bring in 10 cups. So it would be the fruition, or it would be the completion of a cycle. Really depending. Could be that you want to reconcile with particular people because you want to get back into relationship with them, and you want to have family set up. Again, 7 of Cups can be confusion, where you have choices, where you have to choose in particular, where you have many ideas going on, or you have many opportunities coming towards you, and you're not sure which one to take just yet, or you're on the verge of making that choice. Again, it is based on your freedom. Here we have the King of Cups. It's freedom to choose. We see that someone wants to deal with you. There's someone who is devoted to you. Or it could be that they're very selfish. Now, I don't just say that. It's because of the 3 cups here that I'm thinking. With the 4th cup, it becomes lethargic. And if it is in a reverse, then he's quite selfish. He's quite selfish. Again, could be that you're dealing with water signs. It could be another fire sign. I called Aries at the beginning, but to be fair, this is representative of very emotional individual who could have strong water in their chart, or could be a water sign that you're dealing with. Here we see Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. I don't feel anyone in particular, so it could be any sign at this point. But here, this is outside of you, and so this is a person. This is a King of Cups. So think on who you are dealing with that you want to come back into, or you want to reconcile with, or you have had dealings with. They want to deal with you. They want to either make an offer, or they want to be in, they want to be with you, because it's the King of Cups. He is ready to propose. He's ready. Maybe that's where the reconciliation comes in for some of you. See, we have the 4 of Swords, so it's a conversation that needs to happen. And that is where your confusion will probably come unraveled, because you're not sure if you're coming or you're going with this one, because the 8th cup in his hand will make it so that you don't want to come back. You want to go, you want to turn your back, you want to move. You want to move on, and it will probably depend on the conversation, because he may not be sure if you want to come back. And I say he, it is a masculine energy. Take it as it resonates. It could be a woman who has very masculine attributes for some of you, and for others of you it is a man. It could be same-sex relationships. It could be just that it is the energy of the King of Cups, being that they could be very selfish, very arrogant, or they're not sure. In the reverse, he would be uncertain of the connection between you, because it's a reconciliation on your part, and your confusion may be causing the doubt that he would have, that you would even want to talk to them. Because in the reverse, this would be that you don't want to talk, and the fear is that the conversation may go or may not happen at all. It would be a healing conversation in the positive light, where they are devoted to you. And I did start off saying that they were devoted. So it's not for everybody that it's going to be a happy ending, but then again, for some of you it is a happy ending coming up with this King. And you will know your situation. It is a question of communicating and having that conversation. And we end with the 3 of Wands. So there it is, that journey I was talking about earlier. Going on a trip, going to meet with your King of Cups. Leo, you're busy. In 3 weeks from now or 3 months from now, depending on when you see this read, could be your timeline. So the Knight of Wands showing up with the Fool is taking on that trajectory, that change in trajectory, where you want to go, you just want to go, you want to see and have an adventure, you have a plan in mind. You've come into enough to sustain you and another person, or you and a family, and you want to seek out, you want to go on that adventure. Or you're dealing with someone who is ready and is waiting to go somewhere with you, to deal with you. Here we have the 8 of Cups, question of leaving a scene. Again, the 7 and the 8 showing here is that for some of you, It may just be that you don't want to be with anybody. You want to go off on your own. You want to see and choose your own pathway. You want to leave. You want to leave whatever it is that was from the past, whatever that brought you to the point of you were not treated fairly, that you're now struggling, or you find that you had to struggle in order to come back to acquiring for yourself, and you're not taking any chances. You want to go on your own, because she's very independent. He's a reflection off of her in the masculine, where he just wants to go off and have a good time. She just wants to take care of herself and make sure that she has a good time. But again, she is a queen and he is a knight. So again, it could be that the immaturity of this King of Cups may be reflecting off of this Knight of Wands. Take it as it resonates, because some of you want to be with the person and some of you don't want to be with the person. Especially as we see the Eight of Cups. It's a question of leaving, taking that step, that leap of faith forward and going off on your own, because you have earned that right. Again, with the Ten of Pentacles, we see the Nine of Pentacles showing is that you have created that space. You have done the work. And we have the Seven of Pentacles, where the fruition of plans from the past that you are recognized for has come in. So you have done your work, and now you can take a rest. You can leave wherever it is that you are, and you can just go anywhere you want, because wherever you go will be like home to you. You'll have that sense of freedom. The recognition is here. We have the Eight of Pentacles showing that what you've worked on in the past is what has come to fruition, and giving you the opportunity that you have so many opportunities that you can just leave, because you have enough that you can be sustained. Again, that sense of adventure. 3 weeks, 3 months, you're going on a journey. You're going to see that your future lies elsewhere, because you want to see a change. You want to have that change come into fruition. You're being patient and you're healing. Again, that Magician is where you are taking charge and waving your wand and calling to the universe what it is that you want. You're healing something, and it is emotional. See, the Ten of Cups. Putting an end to a relationship, or finding that bliss with your King of Cups, depending on who you are. See, we have the match here with the Queen. So you have that connectivity with a particular person who will ease your mind. If you haven't met them yet, then you will. Okay, but we started off with Six of Cups, so it's somebody you know in most cases. Okay, for the few of you out there who haven't met the person yet, it'll be within the 3 weeks or the 3 months. And again, you are manifesting to have a balance, a fairness happening here between you and another. Your mind will be at ease, and then you will find your way to settling down, because you are going through your emotions. Remember the Four of Cups we saw, Looking for that Queen. Here she is. Her cup is open, and she is ready, and he is ready. He is waiting. He's waiting. He is actually waiting. He wants to come. He wants to make that approach. He wants to have that conversation, and you will both go on a journey where you will feel at home, or you will find a home, and you'll start anew, putting an end to a cycle of very obsessive. Maybe you have that connection where you're very obsessed with each other, because it's a deep sense of love with the King and Queen of Cups coming into your reading as a fire sign. It means that your relationship is quite passionate, because here we have the Queen of Wands wanting. She has her desire for adventure, or to be with not particularly be with a person, but she wants what she wants when she wants it, and nothing is going to stop her. And that is where I see the devil coming in here to say nothing is going to break that bond, put an end to a cycle, and come out with for some of you it will be where you go on your own and you decide that you don't want, because of the lies and deceit, because again they could be very selfish and you're not wanting that. That's where you are. You're in a confused state of mind, and you want your feelings have you confused, and you want to smooth things out. So for some of you, you will go with your King of Cups, and for some of you, you will say, I want to be on my own. It's quite down the middle here, but Leo, you're going through, you're coming through. Like I said, you have the Five of Swords is that marker of halfway point, and we found our way all the way up to the Ten of Wands to putting down the burden. Let's see what Oracle message Spirit has for Leo. Again, this is for healing emotionally, physically, spiritually, psychologically, really depending on your situation. I take a random card for Leo. Ayahuasca. No. Ayahuasca. Ayahuasca. Look at that. It's Jupiter, Neptune, and Pluto. All the deep, deep cards. The planets that bring us to the brink of change. We have the Serpent here, which is a healing. We have birth, regeneration with Pluto, and Neptune is with the dream state. Having the ideas and living them. You see the DNA coming up into the ether. Coming through fate. Your fate here. That is interesting. The 50th card. I think there's 54 cards or 55. I can't remember, but it's at the end. I think it's 54. No, 55, the Palo Santo. Okay, so we're in the lunar nodes. Where are we? Rebirth. Rebirth, mastery, great revelation, discovery of higher self, meeting with the creatrix, divine messenger, gifts from spirit, realization, telepathy, transcendence. Well, you are on your way because you have opportunities. You have the possibility to manipulate or manifest. You have come into abundance, whether it is knowledge, spiritual understanding deep within. You're following your instincts because of the Queen of Cups. She is powerful with telepathy, knowing where she wants to go, with what she wants to do with her soul. This is, again, Leo, fire sign. You're dealing with soul here. And the sun showed itself. So your happiness is really in your hands. I'm trying to see the list. Call it here. The Pluto, herbs of Pluto. So it's rebirth. Again, there's that regeneration. Realization. Messenger, gifts from spirit. Now, if you don't believe in unseen forces and you're feeling like you don't know who you are, the confusion for some of you, again, this would be that you're at the halfway point. You have to work through. You're coming out of a depression. That Four of Cups is where you may have been put into a depression by your King of Cups, whomever that may be, or you're coming out of it because of them. You see, it's a double-edged sword there. But you are at the halfway point. If you're stuck in old patterns, you want to come out of them. The Four of Cups, where you constantly see that you're getting the same thing over and over and you don't want. That is what we saw at the very beginning of this read. Look and see where you have Pluto, Jupiter, Neptune in your chart, because this is where you are. Saturn and Neptune are going into, or have begun retrograde. So you're going over, again, the Six of Cups we saw at the beginning. You're going over details of the past, whether it is with people, places, or situations. You have to heal that. You have to come face to face with that. And this is why Saturn now is in retrogression, to help us review. And Neptune as well, where you go and see the powers of Neptune coming out of this King of Cups, is where your confusion may have been. And you have to address that in order to heal. You have to have a conversation in order to bring it up to the surface and heal. If you don't want to be confused anymore, you need to talk about it. So ayahuasca is an ancient ceremonial brew native to the Amazon, used as a sacred spiritual medicine among many indigenous peoples within South America. In Quechua, aya means soul, spirit, and huasca means vine. Ayahuasca is primarily made of two key plants: the Banistrephoesis capi, vine, and the Psychotria viridis, also known as the chacruna, along with other ingredients which vary depending on the medicine maker and curandero. The ancient ayahuasca brew is traditionally prepared for curing ills, divination, and is a diagnostic tool for healing others. It is served by a shaman as sacred songs and dances are performed to honor and invoke the spirits. The brew induces a profound visionary state, igniting supernatural abilities such as a vivid communication with ancestors, relationships with interdimensional beings, the ability to see into the future, and more. That is where our Queen of Wands comes in. And you have that naturally, innate, unawares, sleeping, dormant within you. Leo, it's a question of paying attention to what you feel, what you dream, if you can remember your dreams. Not to force the issue of what did I dream, but allow the dream to come to you. When you wake, relax before you begin the day, because the dreams hover in the ether for a little bit, and if you are aware that you did dream, you're able to recapture them and look them over, especially when Neptune is strong in your chart, or where it is deposited. Jupiter is in Gemini, and again, I deal with the Vedic astrology, so if you follow the Western, it's just 30 degrees over, so it could just be that it is in Cancer. And even if it is for you in the Western astrology, if you see it as it is in Cancer, then you are immersed in a water sign as your Jupiter. And this is a transit, it's in transiting in Gemini, and that is for mental communication as well as for movement, dealing with family. If it is that you recognize it in Cancer, then you're dealing with family still. You're dealing with moving, leaving home, building a home. And we saw that here. So it's not to say that because I say it's in Gemini that I'm wrong. It is a question of how it reflects on you. If it is that you're looking for a companion, that you want to be in a relationship and you want to set up a relationship with a home attached, you're going to have it. But it's a question of putting the focus there, because you are focused with that. Oh, I just messed up the cards. With the Page of Pentacles, you are very focused. You want to be considered at home. You've come into property of some form. You've come into money or knowledge that can bring you to having that home. Being that you have so much to choose from, let us see the guidance that comes with this. Again, it is a medicine for healing. It's physical ailments, emotional ailments. You connect telepathically with someone else, or you connect with what you call God or Spirit through your meditation. Your manifestations come to reality because you have that power deep within you, Leo. It's a question of calling it up. So your guidance here is you are mastering the power of awareness when aligning to the higher powers. Ayahuasca Spirit is here to support your ascensions, drawing upon ancient wisdom embedded in your DNA and the earth. Allow yourself to be shattered as you travel through the cosmic womb. Ayahuasca catalyzes purification through the cathartic release of the known, only to reveal undiscovered terrain within your soul. You are one with the magnetic brilliance of Source, the intelligence that orchestrates the great mystery. Feeling lost in the labyrinth only comes when a loss of intentionality or respect happens. Offer your greatest intention, sacrifice your needs, enter into the void without expectation, and allow yourself to be consumed by the oceanic consciousness. Remember, dear one, that to heal the world, you must heal yourself. You are the source of love. Think on the sun and what makes you happy. And there in that happiness, you choose what you want to do or where you want to go and who you want to be with. Leo, on that note, I thank you again for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, love and light.